Welcome back to Doo Maps. Today we are looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. Sorry for the little gap in there. So I already did the province map, which I updated over here. That's province map. The religion map, major cities and everything. And I think we're gonna be having some pretty good events in this video. So let's get right into it. First thing that's what's going to be happening is that we're going to have some exploration around everywhere. Crete is discovered, and I need to turn down tolerance. Crete is discovered. More of Turkey is being explored down south, Rhodes, various islands. A little bit more exploration into the Caucasus Mountains. And way more explorations into, I think this is the plain. Or the plain is up here in this area, probably. I know there is a plain there. But, everybody's exploring, very peacefully. Over here we have more exploration into this area. A lot of exploration into this area. And then we have the Istrian country having the first exploration into the Italian peninsula. They can't go through the Alps because the Alps are the Alps. But we have more exploration into Italy going on, and more Greek exploration. So, I guess we can look at the first land grab of the video, and let's see what that looks like. Alrighty, we have a lot of people taking land. We got everybody taking land except the Turkish. I don't know why. Maybe they're preparing for something. I'm not foreshadowing anything again. But we essentially just have the purple team taking over all of Greece, which is an accomplishment, I must say myself. We have Croatia taking some land. Not that much. And then these guys take some land. We have the red team really being a thorn in the blue team's side, where they take all this part of this land, and the blue team wanted that land, so the blue team hates them even more now. More tensions are going along this border. The green team is kind of being chill, even though they're aligned with the red team. They just took a little bit of land. They didn't do anything. And we have two new nations forming. This Black Sea nation, Anatolian nation, and we have Italy, essentially. I guess those will play a role, not an important one, in later episodes. But I was talking about how tensions are arising over in this area. And we have, just randomly, in the middle of nowhere, just on a normal day, we have red team troops just going into the blue team. I don't know why, I don't know how, but that's happening. So we have the first red-blue war. And right as this war starts, we have a formation of a new layer, which is going to be known as the Alliances layer. And I think you guys might have guessed this already, might have hinted at it, might have not. But the red team is going to be forming the Square Alliance with the green team and the orange team. Now this backstabs the purple team even more, because I think they already got a hint that these two were working together, but they didn't do anything about it. So then, as a chain reaction to that, we have the purple team and the blue team forming the Triangle Alliance. So we have a pretty big war coming out of here. The red team takes their troops and they're going to be go over here. So we have the entire border, the entire front being formed over in this area. In over in the front in Anatolia, we have the purples actually doing some good stuff. Pushing into Anatolia down over here. I need to turn on capitals and major cities for this. Taking this major city like on the border of that. As well as going down the coast over here. I mean, like, that's the only front, but over here we have the blue team actually pushing back the red team over in this area. But the defenses on this area of the red team's border are too strong, and the blue team can't get in. And in the south, we have the red team pushing all their army south. We're just making an effort to capture, I guess, Odessa. And slithering down the coast. In Anatolia, we have the purple team getting really good, I guess, down in this area. I don't know the name of this sea. I know this is the Aegean Sea. And we have this major city falling with relative ease. Over in the north of Anatolia, we have the orange team recapturing this major city and actually splitting this area into two. All these fronts are getting expanding. Awesome grammar. But it seems like the square team is winning a little bit, because the red team is doing light work of the blue team. We got all this area, all these provinces, as you can see. Well, I didn't draw in the provinces, but like they have a few provinces. We have them sneaking around here. And we have them sending their troops to this unclaimed land to get to this little peninsula, but not, and connecting up with this. So there's a giant front going on in here. The blue team is not bad, though. They do recapture Odessa, but all the front in the north is going bad for them. In the orange team, we have them completely kicking them out of their land and starting a front up, kicking them out of Asia and getting really close to their capital and taking like half their capital. And with this, we have the purple team moving their capital. They should have already moved their capital, but they do it now. And they're going to be moving it over in Greece. They've kind of been preparing for this war and also for this capital change. But we have that happening. And the officials are taken out of here, like escorted, but most of the civilians aren't. So a lot of the civilians don't like the purple team anymore, as their old capital is sieged and taken. Over here, the morale is meh. We do have them going down the coast and eventually retaking this area, their old areas, taking the city and these islands, cutting this off, circling it, leaving them there. And we have slight pushback by the orange team up in the north. The red team is doing things that I can't say on YouTube because they hate the blue team. They claim over the entire land of the blue team. Like that's that bad. And we have like the blue team being deep fried. I'll just turn this alliance layer, just opacity down a little bit so you can see what's going on under it. The blue team slightly pushes them back, but like the red team is, wow, like absolutely like astonishing work. But like it's not a good thing. We have the orange team actually recapturing this area. All this southern area. And we have them actually capturing Rhodes and making a landing on Crete. Over here, they have them taking this city. I don't have a name for that. And reaching up with the blue team. This is really bad for the blue team, as like we have another front breaking out right here. Then the blue team didn't have like reinforcements down here. They thought the purple team was gonna like help them, but they didn't. And now they don't like the purple team that much, but they're still gonna fight this war. The purple team is dying again. Sounds familiar. This city is taken, and we have them completely being kicked out of Anatolia. And we have them just facing on this one front, and we have them sending all their military here. And it's not looking good for the triangle team. I can say that. Up here, we have the blue team pushing back a little, but they're cooked. And Odessa being recaptured. Just all pushed down here. Another city being captured, and we have this city being encircled and sieged. And the blue team is kind of crumbling. Like pockets of actual red team lovers being popping up in the blue team, although only like a few. Farther and farther into the purple team's territory. Crete falls, and we have a small little landing being made in the bottom of the island of Athens. I hope it's called that. We actually have the purple team being like, I surrender. And then the blue team is like, you know what? Bye. Let's go take a look at the peace treaty of this war. The red team has won an astonishing victory. The green team was cheering them on. Alrighty, so I didn't finish the province map, but you can see that the red team has taken like a big chunk out of the blue team. Big chunk right over here. And then the orange team didn't take that much. They just essentially have Thrace now of the purple team's ancestral homeland. So they're kind of like a nomadic tribe. Hint, hint. Purple team from Adis Pros Wixo. But yeah, the Square Alliance has won this war, and we have the dissolution of the Triangle Alliance due to like the instability of the blue team. We even have just a quick war popping up, like the gold team just randomly just appears, and here's what that looks like. At this point, the blue team is barely alive, so the gold team, who really, really, really loves the red team, begins to kind of just like stroll through the blue team's territory with minor inconveniences, connecting up with the red team all throughout here. The red team even gives them some territory, like allows them to occupy parts of this area. Maybe they'll get it, maybe they'll not. But we have all this area kind of just falling eventually. And the blue team's kind of just like, just take independence. I don't care. Just take independence. So we have them just getting independence, taking a few provinces, like 2 from the red team, and then basically all the blue team land. So the blue team's kind of a minor power now. They're really weak. They're just in the south. This is where they started out. And they're really weak. They don't even border the purple team anymore. Maybe they'll get their revenge. You know, we'll see. Take a look at these 2 new countries that popped up. We have this lavender, I guess you could say, maybe plum country, and they just take some land right here. Meeting up with the green team, which means you can walk from Crimea and then around and then back to Crimea. Which I guess that's another accomplishment for everybody, even though they aren't working together. So the purple team claims some land like that. And then we also have this Italian team. They're not that good. They look like Monaco. So let's not make them look like Monaco. curved Monaco. So I just take some small amount of land, not that big. And in these two countries, they're not allies, but they're like they know something's up here. They know there's the Alps, but they know there's like plains over here, kinda. They want to try to go. They want to explore around that. So the Alps are probably like right here. That's where they're around. So we're gonna have them try to expand and explore around the Alps, like over here. And they're like, hey, there actually is stuff over here. They explore down here and actually reconnect up with the purple team. And like they forgot that the purple team was allies with the blue team. It's kind of like they weren't allies at the time that they immigrated over here. They were just friends. And they're kind of like, they're chill with the purple team. They're chill with everybody. Over here, we just have some exploration by everybody over here. I said over here like 3 times. And into Italy, we have the green olive country exploring down the peninsula and into these kind of low mountains, actually connecting up with this part of the Mediterranean and up here. Now, these two small countries don't have capitals yet, so let me give them those. We'll have them, Monaco, I guess. I know Monaco is not there. Monaco is like over here. But they looked like Monaco when they started out, so we're going to be calling them Venice. Perfect sense. They're building a major city over here. We have the purple team building a major city here and here. They don't have that much money, so they'll only build one on the coast. Right here, and then we have the gold team building 2. The orange team builds 2, maybe 3. Then the lavender country builds 2 here and here. These guys build 2. For capitals, we have these guys placing it in the only capital, in the only city they have. For the lavender team, we'll place it near the orange team. And for the gold team, we'll place it up here near the red team. And then I think we're just going to have a little bit more exploration in Anatolia. And then we'll do, like, the last land grab. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that the orange team took Crete and multiple of these just islands laying around. Like here. Every island that's not part of their mainland, they took. I also need to get rid of these random purple team pixels. That looks bad, but we'll roll with it. And then I think just a little bit more exploration into Italy will do the trick up here. And I guess we'll just about right now have the last land grab of the video. And let's go take a look at what that looks like. Here we are, the final land grab of the video. We have everybody taking land except the blue team, unfortunately. So sad. We have the red team getting bigger, the gold team, the Bulgarian team, and now just like the East Bulgarian team and the West Bulgarian team. You could say North Macedonia, Greece, Turkey, also Turkey, Russia, Crimea, Croatia, and Italy. I think that's going to do it for the episode today. If you liked this video, then like and subscribe. Well, subscribe if you want and like if you want, because like I'm not forcing you. I'm not one of those YouTubers. And I think that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed episode 3 of What If Civilization Starts Over. And goodbye.